We're looking at learning objective 11, which is to convert between units of temperature. So again, remember temperature is a measure of average kinetic energy. Okay, so again, not heat. It is not heat. So there are 3 scales for temperature. Fahrenheit is the first scale. This is used only in the United States, and we will not use it in this class. You have Celsius, which is like your degrees Celsius. Notice that Fahrenheit and Celsius have degree symbols. Kelvin does not have a degree symbol. Celsius is used outside of the United States, and it's in science. This is based on the boiling point, melting point. Kelvin, the Kelvin temperature scale is used in science, particularly with gases. It's called the absolute temperature scale. This is based on particle movement. Is that particles stop moving at absolute zero. So once we reach absolute zero, every particle that is in matter stops its motion. So it's based on particle movement. There are none, not a single one. There's no negative temperature values. Part of the reason why it's called absolute is it means it's the absolute value of temperature, which means that there's no negative values. So now let's look at these formulas. You have the Fahrenheit to Celsius formula on the back of your periodic table. I believe it's under miscellaneous. It might be under something different. I can't exactly remember where it's at, but it is there. So from Fahrenheit to Celsius, you have to have degrees Fahrenheit minus 32. And that is all over 1.8. And that gives you degrees Celsius. Easy enough, right? All you're doing is plugging into a formula. Now, magic number. There's a magic number for temperature. And that magic number is 273.15. This is my magic number for temperature. So to get from Celsius to Kelvin, it is 1 to 1. So 1 degree raise in Celsius is a 1 degree raise in Kelvin. I would take my degrees Celsius, add to 73.15. And that gives me my Kelvin value. Remember, magic number is 273.15. And then it's the same thing. So we're just taking this formula and then we are solving for Kelvin to get out of Kelvin and into Celsius. So Kelvin minus the magic number 273.15 is equal to my degrees Celsius. Okay, so again, magic number, it's magic. Okay, gets me where I want to go. All right, so let's look at an example. So we are asked here to convert 59.3 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius and then to Kelvin. So we've got to get from Fahrenheit to Celsius and then to Kelvin. So then all I'm doing is plugging it into my formula. So 59.3 minus 32. That's all in parentheses. And then I divide by 1.8. That's going to give me my degrees Celsius. So let's look at what this is equal to, right? So 59.3. Whoopsie, I forgot my parentheses, 59.3 minus 32, close parentheses, divided by 1.8. That gives me 15.1666667. So I'm going to look back at what I'm given, right? So I've got 3 sig figs there. So I'm going to put 3 sig figs in my answer. So then I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to round to the 1. The 1's going to round to a 2. So 15.2 degrees Celsius. That is my degrees Celsius. Now, to get into my Kelvin, I need to add 273.15. That's my magic number. And that is going to give me, so that number plus, now notice I don't really round that number, so I don't really want to round that number. So I'm going to add 273.15. And that's going to give 288.31667 Kelvin. Now, notice this place. This is the place that I want to round to. So I'm going to round to that place in my answer here. So because I'm adding and subtracting. So then 288.3. So 288.3. And that is how you convert between units of temperature.